But of course, I am offering it to my Muslim brothers for 5 rands. 5 rands, believe me. No joke. No catch. 5 rands for 2,000 pages. There isn't another book on earth you'll ever be able to buy, not even the Bible, for that price. 2,000 pages for 5 rands. This type of a book. And this is not bluffing. You say, look, you write to me and I'll send it to you. No, we have them in the motor car outside. When you go outside, you can pick it up. 5 rands each. And if you haven't got 5 rands today, next meeting, every meeting we'll have, including the Good Hope Center, it will be available. So you don't have to rush for the car and upset everything there, because this afternoon at the Kipini Street Mosque there was a stampede. People were fighting for the Qurans. I said, no, don't do that. Take it easy. If you fail, tomorrow night, every night, wherever I lecture, the Qurans will be there, ending off with the Good Hope Center, 5 rands each. So in this particular translation, the big advantage is that at the end there is a commentary. There is an index. A very comprehensive index. What do you want to know about Islam? Anything you want to know, you open the index. I spoke about Surah Nisa. Maybe you don't know where Surah Nisa is. In your Quran at home, the Arabic Quran, you don't know where to find Nisa. There are 114 chapters. This is only one of them. Where will you find it? So, I said, open the index, just like a dictionary. Nisa and the N. N-I-S-A-A, Nisa. This is chapter 4. 4 is easy to find because every page is numbered. Once you found it, I say ayah number 86. Easy to find, 86. Once you found chapter 4, 86 is easy to find. You found it. Now, I want you to go home and check it up. Not only me, anybody, any learned man, he gives you any references from the Quran, make a habit of going home and checking up. Not that you distrust the speaker. You think he was deceiving you. You think he was pulling a fast one on you. No. When you go and check it up, you are strengthening your knowledge. You see the verse, you read it, you see the translation. Yeah, this is what the Shaykh Imam was telling me, yes. And the commentary, further expansion, some new angles, which the Shaykh might not have had time to explain to you. All this, your knowledge is increasing. And once you have done that, now you can share it with other people. See, this is the secret. You must share. To get more, you must share. But just by listening, you get very, very, very elated, mashallah. The Shaykh delivered a beautiful lecture. What did he say? It was very good. It was very nice. Beautiful. What? And maybe he touched 12 subjects in 15 minutes. Which one you going to remember? No. Reference. And something you like, maybe he didn't give you a reference. Go and ask him. Say, Shaykh, where about is this in the Quran? So he says, this is in Surah Nisa. Where about what? He said, well, look up the 4th ruku, the section. He might give you that way. Or Sipara so-and-so, so many Siparas. But if you can get the chapter and the verse, very easy. You want to know, what do you want to know? This book here, what do you want to know? Everything on your fingertips. You want to know about marriage in Islam. Whom you can marry, whom you can't marry. Look at the M, marriage. Everything's given to you. That you can't marry mushriks. Don't allow your daughters to marry mushriks. Of course you can't marry your mother, your sister, your daughter, that you know. But it's all there. Even that is there. You can't marry your aunties. It's all there. But bulk of our people, they don't know. They're getting caught out. My daughters, meaning the Indian Muslims' daughters in Natal and the Transvaal, they're running away with the mushriks. See, because Indian to Indian. We are same nation. Allah says, وَلَا تَنْكِحُ الْمُشْرِكَاتِ حَتَّى يُؤْمِنَّ, and do not marry mushrik women until they believe. But who knows the Quran? We don't know. Here I find that our Muslim girls, Malay girls, are marrying mushriks. They don't know. The other guy is an Indian. I'm an Indian. He said, Deedat is an Indian. He said, yes. Mr. Mohamed is an Indian. He said, yes. That Mr. Parker is an Indian. He said, yes. Indian Muslims. They are all Muslims. Yeah. But the other guy comes on sing. She doesn't know the difference between sing and song. She marries the fellow. She's Indian. It's another Indian. No. She must know. Allah tells you, don't marry mushriks until they are converted. And so on. marriage. You know about divorce. Under D, you find divorce. There is a chapter in the Quran called Surah Talaq. Whole chapter deals with the subject. Allah Bari Ta'ala, He took the trouble to explain to us in detail that if it must come to that, how to proceed, how to do the job. Don't do it the way your fathers have been doing. My fathers. When they get angry, what they do? They say talaq, talaq, talaq. Finish. Do Malays also do that? Do they? I don't know. Look, I haven't had a chance to ask anyone. Do the Malays also, when they get angry with the wife, and when they get rid of her, what do they say? Do they do that? Talaq, talaq, talaq. Do they do that? I hope not. But the Indian Muslims, my people, we do that. Because that's what we heard. You want to get rid of your wife? It's just easier than eating peanuts. Peanuts you have to shell. This you don't have to shell even. Just say talaq, talaq, talaq. Then they regret. This woman used to work so hard, looked after your children, did so many things for you for nothing. You can't even hire an African woman to do that for you. So you want to bring her back. So they go to our Maulvis, what you call sheikhs. Our Maulanas. No, our Imams and our sheikhs. We call them Maulvis and Maulanas. You go to them. He said, look man, I made a mistake. What to do now? I want her back. He said, look, show you an easy way out. You make that wife of yours, ex-wife, to marry some old man like Deedat. But there's a condition. There's a condition attached. That wife of yours and Deedat must go into a place where they can have sex. Otherwise it's incomplete. You must go have that chance. And then subsequently, if Deedat wants to divorce, and if the woman wants a divorce, and he divorces her, and she waits for another, how many days? 40 days? 3 months? Then he says, nah, he can remarry you. What a thing. Filthy, dirty thing. You made a mistake. And now you make this poor woman to pay for it. Making her to sleep with another man. In her life she never slept with anyone besides you. Now you make her to sleep with another man. To make her pure for you. You call it halala. That's what they call it. I don't know, look, I don't know about the sickness that you might have among you. But I'm just only telling you that the fools, if they only read the Quran, they won't do that. Allah gives you a system. That if you must, here is the procedure. Over a period of 3 months. And you start, how to start, when to start. Everything is spelled out for you. Allah doesn't spell out in the Quran how to make salat. You know that? He doesn't spell it out. He's telling us, look at the Prophet. You don't know how to do salat? The details, how you stand, how you sit, your hands up to the ears, and this way or that way. All this, what? He said, look at the Prophet. How to make wudu? Look at the Prophet. How to do hajj? Look at the Prophet. He tells you, hajj, yes. Song, yes. The details. Look at the Prophet. Look at the Prophet. But here for talaq, he doesn't say look at the Prophet. You know why? Because it means, to look at the Prophet means that he must divorce one of our mothers to show us how to divorce. That filthy, dirty thing, abominable thing. The thing that Allah says, that the thing that is permissible but hateful in the sight of Allah is divorce. That when a man divorces his wife, the heavens and the earth, they shudder. Metaphorically, they shudder. Such a horrible thing that our Nabi must do it to our mother to show us how to do it. No, Allah won't do that. He spells it out for you. Do it this way. If you had the book, you read it, you won't fall into the mess. This is the book. So, my dear brother, you owe it to yourself, everybody, to have a book, this book. You owe it to your children to have it. It will improve your English. Wallah, your English will improve. Your children won't have to read Shakespeare and Milton to improve their English even. This book will do that. Knowledge of God, spiritual elevation, details about your religion, about everything, an encyclopedia, and you don't have to read any other book, rubbish. They are hungry to read. The general world is hungry for reading, except the Muslim. We are not a reading people. But if you have any hunger, I said, finish this book first. 2,000 pages. It's a lifetime study, this book alone. You don't have to look for books of hadith. Please. I'm telling you, I'm not against hadith. I believe in hadith. But don't waste time. Once you finish this, hadith, anything, what this great man say, what that great man say, everything. But priority number 1, Allah's kalam. And this book, I assure you, will keep you busy for a lifetime. If you can afford it. Buy one for your employer, the guy who employs you, the non-Muslim. Buy it for him, present it to him. Or your employee, somebody working for you, present it to him. As a birthday present, as a wedding present, as a Christmas present, give the Quran, 5 rands. And the guy will remember you for a lifetime. An encyclopedia of 2,000 pages. You don't tell him you paid 5 rands for it. He knows what's the value of this book. He'll know. If you are half a dozen in the family who can read, get half a dozen Qurans. And once a week, Ba'd al-Maghrib, after dinner, sit down around the table, tell your son,